Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of It's Pissing Down Exactly as Predicted. I am Rawrquaza, and today we are going to be playing as the Huntress. So I called for people to tell me what character to play as, and people said Rex, and then people also said Mercenary, and then people said Huntress. And so we're going to play Huntress with Phase Blink instead of Blink, and we're going to play Ballista instead of Arrow Rain, which I think I will probably just always play, depending. And then we'll play with the Arctic skin. Even though I do prefer the default, I think the Arctic is nice. It's Stormtrooper, you know, which is ironic because Huntress literally cannot miss as a result of the auto-aim. I just saw... Well, first of all, TweetDeck was down, so no wonder I didn't see it earlier, but... Oh yeah, so this is Blink. Blink does this. Very low cooldown. It's like Huntress's Blink from the first game. Lower cooldown, but, you can't blink up, which is kind of the main... People are like, oh, my mobility. My vertical mobility. But it is, you're trading the horizontal mobility for that vertical mobility. Do you have to jump? No. That's kind of just what I do. Oh, great start. And I imagine that this will be great with cooldown reducing stuff, or, you know, what's the hard light afterburner? That'll be sweet. Just be really sweet. And I don't know. It seems neat. It's like a good... It's good for dodging, I imagine. Of course, I haven't actually had a full big run with it, so this will be my first one. And, you know, I'm excited. However, the R... There we go, bam. The R, instead of an AoE, it's a... lifts you up and back, although sometimes that's a little weird. And it, you shoot 3 very large shots. You can kind of delay them if you want, or you can kind of fire them both at once. If you don't fire them all before the skill ends, it fires one of them. So you want to make sure that you fire 2 of them before your timer runs out. $50. No, I'll take an infusion. So yeah. And you can do it mid-animation, which is the part that I don't think you can't... You can cancel your R. You can't blink while you're in your R. That, Hopo, if you're watching and you allow me to blink while I'm in my R, that might be, I don't know. That is maybe too much power for man to handle. I don't know. Got him. Juked. Then we zoop up here and just boop him. Got some boops. And I like the new R. The new R is really cool. It's a snipe. It's like a real big boy snipe. It allows you to do very fast, heavy damage. Oh. The ukulele killed that other wisp, so I wasted a shot. What is that? Lensmaker's glasses. Oh, you know not what you have done, game. I love that. That will take my chungus, that's for sure. The only problem that I can see with this new R is that you could end up killing yourself with it by using it in the wrong spot, and then an enemy, or many enemies, just murder the heck out of you while you're held stationary. That could be a problem. I am taking my time here because, heck, we have freaking... Oh my lord, we're not gonna get any tier 1s. We're gonna get like 1 crit glasses on this stage despite having a printer. That would feel really bad. but it might come to pass. So we're running out of real estate here. We could theoretically get up to, what, like 3 more items out of these chance shrines. That would be ideal. And, so far, I'm actually, like, a pretty big fan of the new stuff. It also, the new blink doesn't stop you sprinting. My only thing about the blink that I kind of have reserved judgment on is whether or not it scales with move speed, because I can foresee a potential where when you're going fast enough, you don't even care about blinking at all, except maybe as a defensive measure. But that's kind of what it is, you know? You can kind of strafe with it, and it's really cool. That's one of my favorite things to do. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna... I hope we get some items from these. Chance shrines. We could get up to 3. Right, because I already played this and got an item from it, didn't I? Nothing. Nothing. Am I gonna... Okay, so we have encountered the other problem that I have, is that occasionally you kind of slide backwards on the ground, and it's a little bit unpredictable. Slight issue. You can dodge wisps, though. It's great. With correct timing. It's wonderful. So nice. Okay, there's 2 crit glasses. You know, could be worse. 3 crit glasses. We're in there. And we've spent time here, but we are going to gain... We have gained significant advantages here, item-wise. And so far, I don't know. I've only seen people complaining that they don't like the new blink. I have not seen anyone, like, looking at the advantages of the new blink. I think the perception is generally positive on the new R, mainly because I think the new R is very strong. But, I don't know. People's opinions, whatever. My opinion is my own. You can't have it. You're not gonna freaking get it from me, buddy. I am a strong, independent Quaza, and I don't need nobody, except when you subscribe to me with Twitch Prime. I do need that. Literally pays the bills. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, also. I literally do require your support for my continued existence. But... whoa. Blink out of that, dude. It's easy, you just press the blink button whenever something is attacking you. And then you try to not... Oh, okay, I was not ready for that. Oh, they do know how to re-aim, though. So you gotta time it. Alright. But it's so cool. I can feel my brain, like, forming new neural pathways in order to accommodate this new tech. It's not even tech, it's just how the skill works. I gotta... It's so good. I think I think it's like actually great. And it adds a lot of APM, which is weird because normally I see that as a bad thing, but it does, I think, like increase the amount of actions that you need to take in order to be efficient with it, right? I think you can also just spam it and be more or less fine. But I think you'll really receive true value from this this blink ability if you put in some practice, you know. And it does. It's a little bit more in depth. Having 40% crit is pretty nice. We have an early, like, damage advantage. We also have very good mobility. I imagine that without a Hopo Feather, I would not be feeling quite as good about my life. But, you know, one Hopo Feather isn't unheard of in this video game. That's usually something that I try and prioritize, so I think with one Hopo Feather, you're probably pretty much good to go. And the snipe is so good. It gives Huntress some much-needed, like, range. I'm a freaking Nani man, woman, thing. You know, that's the thing. Huntress is clearly not human, right? I've decided I don't want to get into this discussion. I was gonna bring up Flak and the Borderlands thing where Flak is a gender neutral canonically, but robots are okay. I'm getting into it. Robots are gender neutral because they're robots. They don't have a gender. They don't reproduce. You can like identify as a gender, I suppose, if we're saying that robots are sentient, but I don't know. The whole discussion is a little silly because what does it matter to you other than I don't know, dude. It's that's a conversation that I don't know if I'm entirely qualified to talk about, to be honest. But I do think it brings out some of the worst in people, that particular conversation, which is why I'm trying to avoid it now. But I've already dug my grave, so here we are at the bottom of the grave. How was your day? But like, okay, the original point I was gonna say is like, what if there's aliens? What if Huntress is part of an alien species that has more than 2 genders, you know? You don't know? The bi-gender situation isn't necessarily indicative of all life in the universe. So, maybe, I don't know, dude. That's all I got. I got nothing. It isn't going anywhere fast. Okay, so this is tricky. I think because we have crit, we go with this. Oh, there's a lot of boys here. And that'll help us a little bit with boss DPS. I don't know. I feel like Guillotine might actually still be better. But I feel like it would be wrong to not take Predatory Instincts in that circumstance. because it's just more fun than guillotine. I do think guillotine is very strong, and I wouldn't ever like not want to have as many of it as possible, but oh, it's fine. Easy, dude, just blink. Alright, we're doing good. Give me one of these. I imagine that this might be difficult visually, maybe sometimes, if you're not, you know, I don't know. There's definitely like someone who's got to be motion sick from this, maybe. That's definitely a possibility with this blink. Now, the arrow... Ooh, okay. Does not pierce, I do not believe. But I'm not sure about that. I don't think it does. Also, we don't really have healing yet. Ouch. Ah! It's fine. I kind of am feeling the lack of healing right now. I'm trying to save my blinks, but I don't know if saving your blinks is the way to do it. We're doing fine, despite not having healing here. This ability is actually very fun to play with. You're gonna laser, but I got a big ol' eyeball laser for you, mister. And we're doing very good. 2 will-o'-wisps is very nice. We really need like a harvester's scythe, I think. That would be the good juice, I believe. Solve our healing things. We really don't have any healing, do we? We have Topaz Brooch. That's the only thing that gives us any health. Infusion is not really healing. Don't even try to at me with that. I mean, having 2 infusion is huge because Huntress doesn't have a lot of max health, so that's a huge percentage of our health if we get the HP from it, which we are. But it does not restore our health when we have expended said health in fiery combat. We're actually doing pretty good, I think. Except with the exception of the aforementioned healing. Like, it's gonna get harder and harder to avoid every little bit of damage as we go. So... And this is the stage where you get the blink, I think. Rally point delta with no damage taken is on this. That's the blink, right? Ow, that's spooky. It's yikes in here, dude. It's a big yikes. It's gonna be a large yikes from me. Dog. There we go. dude. Gotten a little lucky. Mixture of luck and mashing the control button frantically. We're getting there. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you're spooky. But we're getting lots of money. It's good. Money, fewer problems. It's all working out. It worked out. We did it. Okay. Let's get some freaking items. Shall we? I want to know if it also stops your momentum, your vertical momentum. So you can you use it to stop fall damage? Is that what I wonder? I think it probably does. That's a focus crystal printer, the most common printer in the video game. This patch. Anyway, okay, I was talking about Twitter, TweetDeck, early in the video. I was like, hey, something, 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 TweetDeck. TweetDeck isn't working. TweetDeck is a Twitter website that lets you organize. Hey, that's really good. It lets you organize your Twitter content so that you can see the things you want and make like lists and columns of stuff that you actually want to see rather than filter out stuff that you don't, which is really nice. And it makes Twitter usable for me. But they're down, and so I didn't get to see until like 8 hours after it was posted this Hopo tweet that was like, hey, here's the preview of the new patch notes for the next patch, and a lot of really good stuff is being fixed, and it's very exciting. And that's cool. I like it. Many, many good things that I've asked for and that other people have asked for are getting fixed. We're getting NG turrets are a little bit faster at base, and they're getting scaling with attack speed. It's nuts. I'm very excited. Getting things like Commando's Grenade is getting, it will interrupt, the cast time of the ability is lower, or something like that. And also, it will interrupt other skills, so you won't have to stop firing in order to use it. Hey, Shattering Justice is cool. I actually don't think I've gotten this item on camera yet. Shattering Justice, maybe I have, I don't know. It's an item from Risk of Rain 1. It works slightly differently. You hit 5 times. If you get 5 hits on an enemy, it it breaks the enemy's armor, and they have reduced, they take increased damage. For several seconds, and it's very cool. So it scales well with attack speed and AoE things that, you know, can hit fast. The stacks do decay relatively quickly. And it gives them a cool, like, armor smoldering look. Also, judging by the buff from, Berserker's Pauldron, I do believe that attack speed, or sorry, move speed does increase the blink range, which is very, very good. Thank you for that. I like that. I don't know if I really want to go all the way up here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I still think that there are layouts to this stage, and the layouts that don't have the fan can mean that there aren't items up there. I still believe that's true, but I never confirmed it. I think that's because if you like didn't have mobility early on, oh, we've seen an issue with the new blink. That's it right there. I can't use it to get up that slope as easily. Okay. Just gonna go up here really quick. are still things to be had. And this is a great run. It really is. Go under, check that, hit this item right here, and then probably hit the teleporter. Is that an item? No, I don't think so. Hey, an equipment barrel? What, in current year? Incredible. Ocular HUD is a very good item. Unfortunately, we already have crit going. I was thinking about printing out backup mags. And I really should print out at least one. Maybe I should have saved that for the worm. Make sure to pop all these things. Oh, so good. Our worm killing capabilities are so excellent with the new R. In Risk of Rain 1, Huntress was unmatched early game at killing magma worms because of her fourth ability. We really kind of have returned to that. Magma worm was somehow even more magma looking with the Shattering Justice effect. And this is a great run. Doing very well. I think the blink is cool. And you can use it cleverly. And you can do some really neat stuff with it. How are we doing on time? You know, not great. It's one of those slow start type of runs, but we do have really good items, which kind of help us make up for lost time. Ouch. I didn't want to blink into the other shots. So, I think with this guy you want to dodge up or down, or maybe forward and back. What's behind me? Spooky boys. It's almost dead. I just need to hit it with like one more big thing. Now, okay, my opinion on Shattering Justice is that I don't think it's... I don't know. It's hard to tell whether it's doing much. It certainly is not as efficient as some other items, because you A, need to have a build that hits fast enough, or a character that hits fast enough to proc the effect, and then B, by the time you've hit 5 times, you know, I think it does, or it can cause enemies to go into negative armor, so I believe it always is an increase in damage, but is the amount of damage increase good enough in order to justify, like, its tier 3 slot? I don't know. I also don't know how it stacks at all. And I think it's another damage multiplier, so, like, I'm not complaining. So, this is tough, actually. I think you take the Warhorn, though. Fuel Cell is very good for us. With this equipment. I don't want that. I like the focus of this mobility being Or our mobility is kind of taken care of, right? It's the blink. I want the blink to have the center stage here. As the leading proponent of blink in the Risk-A-Rain 2 meta, I have to showcase. I feel a divine duty to give it a fair showcase in the court of public opinion. Whoa. Dude, these will-o'-the-wisps are they're dropping like candy. It's great, too. I love them. Oh boy. Just be careful with the Klabons. They'll get you. Oh my god, dodge the beach balls. Just dodge erratically. Serpentine zigzags. No, I don't think I will. Captain America meme. Dude, did you hear the news? New Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland. I'm very excited. It was confirmed. There was kind of like a bartering period between Disney and Fox and Sony? Whoever, why is that the thing that my brain just doesn't know how to parse right now is who owns it's Sony, right? I don't know, this is stupid. The company that I don't care about and the company that is making the good movies were fighting about usage rights of Spider-Man because, you know, that's just how it goes. Spider-Man as a property is very tightly controlled. So, but they finally managed to reach a financial bartering agreement, which means that we are getting another Spider-Man movie, which is great. Volcanic egg. Great item. I just don't want it right now. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take double damage. Double damage. Quad damage. Now we're even glassier. Like, Huntress is already glassy, so... And that's not because of the drugs. That's rude. Don't you talk about waifu Huntress like that. Huntress is a clean, gender non-specific, thick character that is strong and independent and does not need any other gender-inspecific entities. Okay, I'm done with this bit. This bit's dumb. Did I get my tier 3? I did. It's garbage. Would I rather have Shattering Justice or Wake of Vultures? I would rather have Shattering Justice, I believe. Wake of Vultures is cool, but I don't tend to think of it as useful. I think of it as like, oh no. Oh, please don't murder me. I was trying to get up that mountaintop with the blink. It didn't work. Keep in mind, this is my first run actually using blink, so you gotta let me work out all the kinks a little bit. Pardon me. I'm glad that I took Warhorn, by the way. I think that's helpful for establishing the debuff from Shattering Justice. So... I do think Warhorn is extremely strong. It's just a very good item. And, yeah, I don't know. Forgot what I was talking about. We're very strong right now. This is a very strong run. Shape Glass. We were strong before the Shape Glass. We didn't need it, but it does smooth out the rough edges of our damage. We now are just pretty much good. We can coast, more or less. As long as I don't get, too relaxed and then kill myself as a result of inattentiveness. We have the run in hand. Entire run is done. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. You can also use the R as a slight jump. If you're using the blink and you really need to get somewhere, you just cancel the R with a blink, and then you can use that to get some height, perhaps. Oh god. For a second, I looked at my mic and I was like, shit. Is this thing on? Did I record this entire video muted? I would have been extremely upset, because this is a great run. That golem. Nani? Alright, dude. It's all coming together. I think we're gonna obliterate. I think Huntress's blink is an underappreciated tool in her kit. And I'm not saying I'm gonna use it every time, but I do actually think that the low cooldown really just makes it an incredible skill to play with, in terms of, like, having fun. I didn't even need that. We actually just killed them with our glaive. Ow. Don't do that. What she loses in vertical mobility, she more than makes up for in neat tactical blink usage that she can use basically all the time. Really makes you feel like an anime character. This update, Skills 2.0 update, is definitely an anime update. Have you seen all of the anime things? Huntress gets this blink and this sweet laser blasts. The blink is the main anime part there, I guess. But Mercenary gets literally weeb suit, as well as I don't have the weeb suit unlocked. We'll unlock that probably in a future run on camera, hopefully. Ideally, like next video, is Mercenary. And also the anime slash. Have you seen his anime slash? It's very anime. Where are you going? I'm sure there's other examples of anime this update if you just look carefully. And you're dead. There's one. Her R is so powerful, too. I don't want to die, though, is the thing. That's everything. That's all she wrote. Colossal Titanic Neural. Honestly, one of the better items in the game now that regen is nerfed. Also, can we stop talking about regen nerf as regen nerf and start calling it drizzle buff or something? Like, we get it. The game was easier before, and now it's harder. That's not a bad thing. The game was too easy, dude. If you want the regen back, go play on Drizzle. Tweet replies to Hoppo's patch notes were like, can we get at least a regen buff for the first 20 minutes of a game? If you want a regen buff, play on Drizzle. There's a regen buff there. Play on Rainstorm. There's going to be a regen buff there. You don't need regen, you just gotta play safer. And that's something that, you know, you might have to adjust your playstyle slightly in order to accommodate having less regen at the beginning, so you won't be able to tank Lemurian shots and Wisp shots all day. But on the flip side, Townhouse Cracker, you will be able to benefit from a much greater... Also, they buffed Monster Tooth. It's like from 6 healing to 8 healing. It's kind of nuts. I think it's just a base change. Like 1 Monster Tooth will be better. I don't remember exactly. But we'll see when the patch notes actually come out. Who knows? That's pretty huge, though. Anyway, we got 2 more stages. We got boys over there. I don't know. Against golems, that seems like a respectable damage increase with the buff, or with the debuff from Shattering Justice. It seems pretty respectable to me. But I don't know. And maybe it really works well on Malachites and things like that that have just a ton of HP. It's just another once again, it's another damage multiplier, so. It just has a bit of a requirement of like a large amount of attack speed or multi-hit attacks to apply first. So I don't know. It's certainly pretty cool looking. I've always liked the concept Shattering Justice, you know. And it's just a hammer. It's the ban hammer. It's always such a visceral item when I think about it. It was one of my favorite items for that reason in Risk of Rain 1, despite it not being a very good item in Risk of Rain 1. It was, like, sort of the same that it is in this game. It's not, you know, it's not an incredibly overpowered Tier 3, and that's okay. Not all of the Tier 3s have to be incredibly overpowered. I'll still enjoy picking it up every now and then, but will I pick it up when command happens? No, it won't be my first pick usually. But, you know, it's fine. I definitely think that I can conclusively say move speed affects the blink distance. I do believe that is true, which is really the only possible complaint that I had with it. I think it is a very strong tool. And it just makes Huntress so much better. It's not like you were using Blink as anything other than a mobility tool late game anyway. Now it's like actually you can dodge with it. It's pretty cool. You just throw it out there every 3 seconds. Every 2 seconds even. It'll take care of you, you know? Good luck dying. Man, what a good run. What is that beetle doing? He was trying to escape. He thought he could hide there. He was not correct. Unlucky. hear a large, oily boy. Joke's on you. I can blink. Ooh, joke's on me. You can suck. Joke's on you. I can wisp. Oh, well, that was a nice try, game. You tried. But you have given up, I see. Game decided, you know what? You earned this one. Go forth and obliterate. And you know what? I'll take it. Oh. That's fine. You can still do all the stuff that you could before. You know what? Let's get weird. It's our only we're obliterating anyway. I gotta try it. It's not the smart choice. I feel very bad printing all of my will-o'-the-wisps, for one thing. Let alone my crit increasing items, my crit or benefiting items, you know. And my pauldron and my hopo feather and my freaking ukulele, dude, it's all gone. My war horn, it's all gone. But on the flip side, Townhouse Cracker, we get to Lepton Daisy. So that's cool, I think. And you might be like, okay, Quaza, look, it's a funny joke, haha. Don't print away your crit heal. It's a funny joke, haha, don't print away your ukulele. And to you, I say, sir, if I die as a result of this, so much the better. This is for science that we do these things. You might be like, Quaza, there's 2 items left. Don't print those 2 items, they're very, very good. And they're, like, the value of those 2 items is much, much higher than any Lepton Daisy could hope to give. And to you, I say, but what is a man? Nothing but a miserable little pile of secrets. Have at thee. Look, I know what I'm doing. Okay. If I, you know, I have accepted death. I am embracing death with open arms. We do not do these things because they are easy, but because they are fucking stupid. Okay. No more tier 2s, huh? Oh, dude, it's very Lepton already. Look at that. I'm getting a Lepton Daisy like once every 4 seconds. That's pretty neat. I'm not in the circle, of course, which will kind of put a damper on the heat efficacy of the healing. Also, I have glass. But you know what? Can you imagine this with Nukahanas? Easy, dude. I imagine that Lepton Daisy must be a very difficult item to balance. Because, like... this amount of healing actually is pretty overpowered. How do you... how do you die with this? Unless you get one shot, of course. So, and that's the crux of the issue, is it's just not useful to have this much healing, usually. If I had an Aegis, though, it would be pretty good. Not that we really need Aegis at this point. Alright, well, it was fun. I think we've thoroughly explored Huntress's capabilities with her new skills. We've had a great run. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. I merely have to parkour a little bit and fail at least once. Because, you know, if you don't fail, how will you improve? It's really just a very long drop. There we go. Look, I had a Hopo Feather at one point. I'm not sure what happened to it, alright? I lost it in the war. I have more blinks than you know. My eyes are arranged in this way that I might blink. Whoa, that was very nearly also a loss. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Ring that bell. Watch me on Twitch. We're playing Deep Rock Galactic and Noida, and also Risk of Rain. Twitch.tv/Rawrquaza. Come hang out. Goodbye.